Hey Pisces, I'm Leonanicholeblack, and this is a general reading for Pisces Sun, Moon, or Rising. I feel like I haven't spoken to you in a little while, and I was thinking to myself, definitely want to do Pisces reading today. I want to check in with your energy. I personally was expecting it to be light. I was thinking we can get into some good vibes. I thought we might laugh, and no, when I pulled your cards, I was like, hmm. I don't want to mess up my lipstick. That's why I didn't touch it. But I was like, babes, Pisces, babes, what's happening? Let me tell you this before I do my normal intro. Building on sandcastles is the energy I feel here. Fear of being great, challenges in your intimate relationships. We're going to discuss it. But before we do, a few notices. Of course, I have my monthly games night. ASTROMIXER. It's the very last one of 2019. Okay, we are going on a break until next year, and it's on the 1st of November, Friday, 1st of November, Shoreditch, Curtin Hotel. Tickets at nicoleblack.com/shop. Do come, it's the last one. We're gonna have a lot of fun. And also, I have changed the format of the way I'm reading, so from now on you will be able to watch the first 10 minutes of this for free, either on IGTV or on YouTube or wherever you're currently watching it. And then if it's resonating, if you know the message is connecting with you, you can continue for the extended portion of this message for £5.55 at my website, nicoleblack.com. Now, also on the website, because I tend to focus on spiritual growth in this general reading, I will be adding love and finance messages for you on a monthly basis, so you can check in with those very important areas of your life. So you get that at nicoleblack.com/extended. Okay, so your free love and finance message, and then we also have the extended duration of this message here. Okay, so I think we're going to be here for a minute because I have quite a few cards on the table. So the basis, the foundation of your reading is actually the Dominion card, Two of Wands in reverse. I'm trying to remember the name of this deck because I love it. It's the author is Vanessa Descourt, I think her name is. She's a black creator of this tarot deck. I feel like it's called the Sun and Moon Tarot. So yes, this deck here, Two of Wands, you can see this like line of fire in front of this person. The energy here is that you have fear around advancing, and there's loads of really complicated emotions that are about your growth. I've been saying to you, this has been a really powerful year for you, Pisces. This has been a year of particular professional growth, creative expansion. Now, even if you haven't seen that in terms of physical opportunity, it may be in terms of catching a vision, getting very clear about what you want to do, what your gifts are, what your ideas are. Whatever it is, wherever you've started from, whatever your baseline was, there has been building and improvement on it in a professional sense. But you are now hitting some major fear around what this success means for you, and particularly what it means for your relationships, because you have the Two of Cups in reverse. For those of you who are partnered, your relationships are struggling with your success right now. It's creating some obstacles. You've got the Fool card in reverse. So this is fear about taking the leap, fear about going to the next level, not knowing the new terrain, not having the skills, not being well experienced in that particular area. And you've got the Hangman card is actually the Pisces card in the tarot deck, but in reverse. So it's like you have outgrown something, you have mastered a certain level, but you are really fearful about taking the next territory. Now, for some of you, I guess I'm jumping around a bit because for those of you who are single, this message seems to be that you feel like you're having professional advancement, but not necessarily romantic. And you're also worrying about the divide, that the more professional success that you get, is it alienating you more from a potential partner? Is it creating a lifestyle that's going to be imbalanced for you in the long run? Major concerns here. So you do have the Temperance card, so you are trying to balance things out, you're trying to juggle things, and you're trying to figure out what mix of what you need. Okay, how much to give to that, how much to give to this. There is a balancing act is really what I would call it. This card is about alchemy though, so it's not necessarily like holding two things in scales. It's more about how much to add and how much to take away. It's about the right proportion ratio of chemicals that create the next thing. And so this is what you're currently doing, understanding like how much of what is required in your life right now. You may be feeling like the success is loud, like it's a lot, and you might be thinking, I need it to turn down a bit, I need it to be slower, I need whatever it is. There's feelings. Now, when I clarified, you had the Six of Pentacles with the Nine of Cups here. So it feels like you're concerned around, there's a couple of ways I could read this. Partly it's like you want to just give in to the happiness, right? This can be indulgent in some way. Or no, actually, maybe it's not indulgence. Maybe indulgence is the judgment you're having. Maybe you want to spend on yourself. Maybe you want to go on holiday or have certain experiences, but you are feeling the fear of finances, but there might not be real limitations. So it could be that this is more of an ingrained belief system that you are supposed to give and martyr yourself and give your finances to others, and not really give to yourself, like not be in the space of luxury. So you may be struggling with actually what it means to have a more fulfilling life, and the ways that you spend in order to sustain that, you know. So you might be feeling guilt, survivor's remorse. It's actually a TV show, it's a comedy series about a black guy who became a professional athlete and blew up, obviously, and left behind a certain community. And it was all his remorse and guilt around having money when loads of his community didn't. And it's kind of that energy for you, Pisces. It's like, is it okay? Can you give yourself permission at the moment to invest in yourself and to enjoy your life, because you're entering these new territories, these new domains that are really positive for you? There's that. It can also be the exhaustion for some of you of managing your finances and wanting actually to just take a break and enjoy yourself. That you don't want to spend so much time micromanaging your income. So there's that energy there, trying to strike a balance. Now the Moon card is here, also represents your energy in the tarot deck. The moon often speaks to unseen things. It can also be referring to particular points in the moon cycle, new moon, full moon, waning, waxing, and understanding our needs, our emotions, our bodily rhythms according to the different cycles. Now, what's really coming through with this card, particularly as I clarified it, there's a lot that's being unsaid, okay? Particularly for those of you in relationships, there are a lot of feelings being mixed around, there are a lot of fears being mixed around, thoughts, and not a lot of communication about what is being internalized. So it is kind of what I mentioned to you before around what this success means for your relationships, because you've got the Knight of Cups in reverse. So if you're partnered, this feels like not having a lot of time for romance, or not a lot of time for your partner in general, because your career is blowing up or it's requiring a lot of you. If you're single, it's like what I said, it's the idea that you're moving in one direction, but maybe the love area just isn't advancing for you in the ways that you want. You do have the Chariot card. So this is you, right? This is the momentum that I've talked about. Sorry, I've got a slightly itchy face. This is the momentum that we talked about, really triumphantly, successfully going into new spaces. This is really good energy for you, but you do have this Queen of Cups in reverse. Now, like I said, if you're partnered, this can be like stepping out of the wife and mother role, stepping out of the nurturing role. If you're gendered as male, it is like being less in the giving and the nurturing and the provider role, and more in your power, more about self. I'm not actually being a challenge and you being fearful about what that means for your family or your relationship. And if you are unpartnered, it's about your emotional needs not being met. Okay, so you're like, yes, maybe things are going well, maybe I'm seeing momentum, I'm seeing growth, I understand what's next for me, but I still got emotional and sexual needs. I still want intimacy. I still want family and connection, and all of this career stuff just is not leading to that for me. So that seems to be a little bit of a concern for you. You have, this is where I talked about building sandcastles here, because you've got this Four of Pentacles, sorry, in reverse. And this person is literally building sandcastles. In reverse, this is not a solid, sound foundation for you at all. You are struggling, I think, or it's that you think maybe what you're building isn't solid, or you're worried about the longevity of what you're creating and what it means for your life. You have the Page of Cups here. You've got the Ace of Brooms in reverse, not what we want to see. And then you've got the Ten of Cups.